Welcome. We help elevate leadership potential for breakthrough performance throughout your organization through proven proprietary assessments and coaching techniques. We help companies that are going through significant change or sometimes need to go through significant change. We like to have fun, but take our results, your results, very seriously. And on that note, we'll share a couple of our favorite quotes.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, everyone's saying that now. You know what it means?
You're screwed, and you shall remain screwed.
And now on a little more serious note from Covey, trust is a powerful accelerator to performance. And when trust goes up, speed also goes up while cost comes down, producing what we call a trust dividend. The pace of change is making leadership more complex and different. Organizations are often fragmented, disconnected, not always well aligned, and not cohesive. Companies are having to deal with fast changes, such as new business models of their own or their competitors, dealing with new technologies, new information systems, integrating a new acquisition or division, and sometimes even new healthcare and political systems affecting their business. Gallup estimates the lack of cohesiveness costs organizations 34 cents of every payroll dollar. Employee engagement with millennials, which will be 50% of the workforce by 2020 in the US, is different and challenging, with only 29% engaged at work. 21% report changing jobs within the last year, 3 times non-millennials. From Gallup, we've gone from a paycheck to needing purpose, from a boss to millennials wanting a coach, from a review to having conversations, fixing weaknesses to leveraging strengths, and finally, from just a job to work being an important part of my life. Are you prepared to lead into the future by coaching for purpose with ongoing conversations focused on strengths and life experiences? Examples of recent shifts in the importance of leadership development. 3M, now the #1 destination for millennials, recognizes their different needs and has plans to put all employees through an extensive leadership program by 2025. Google has been experimenting with culture and management techniques. They even studied 180 of their teams through double-blind interviews, 250 variables and 35 statistical models to determine the top characteristics of their top teams. Psychological safety was the #1 indicator of team success. Harvard Business School professor Amy Edmondson, in an earlier multi-industry research study, found the #1 determinant for team success is psychological safety, a shared belief that the team is safe for interpersonal risk-taking, and a sense of confidence that others will not embarrass, reject, or punish someone for speaking up. 80% of leadership training is ineffective without ongoing coaching and practice dealing with business challenges. Executives who built their career on being a subject matter expert or driver of accountability and results will rarely succeed in leading employees in today's environment. We are convinced the absolute best way to create a sustainable competitive advantage to compete in a rapidly changing business environment and world is to create and improve trust. So when you have trust and psychological safety, where team members feel safe to take risks and be vulnerable, you are creating an aligned team. Where more questions are asked, ideas are shared, there is healthy debate. And this causes much faster individual and team learning. And then you get things to happen faster and at lower costs, continuous improvement, innovation, engagement, resiliency, and company performance. We have a little story from Chief of Google Analytics Engineering, Sagnik Nandi, who heads one of Google's biggest teams. He says, "I come from a quantitative background. If I'm going to believe something, you need to give me data to back it up. So seeing this data has been a game changer for me." That data he refers to is from Google's People's Analytics Department and Project Aristotle, which was a project that found psychological safety to be the best indicator of team success. He went on to say, "Engineers love debugging software because we can get 10% more efficiency by just making a few tweaks, but we never focus on debugging human interactions. We put great people together and hope it will work, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, and most of the time we don't know why. Project Aristotle let us debug our people. It's totally changed how I run meetings. I'm so much more conscious of how I model listening now, or whether I interrupt, or how I encourage everyone to speak up. Leadership is an inherently messy challenge, trying to lead employees with different generational mindsets, with people focused on execution, process improvement, reducing variation mentalities, and other employees working with entrepreneurial and innovation behaviors, and of course people who have different personalities and backgrounds. When you think of yourself and others as capable people, amazing things happen. Breakthrough performance is the result of connected people creating new ways to meet challenges. Connected people, those that are aligned, cohesive, working well together. They work and live with purpose, knowing that you are part of something larger than yourself. Feel ownership, committing to their role in the organization and knowing how they are connected, while acting in responsible ways towards their development and for the development in the organization. Recognize their place in the system and see how what they are doing, their work tasks, contribute to their personal growth and the growth of the system. And create trust and psychological safety, giving them access to their creativity and innovative capacities. Knowing about leadership does not equate to effective leadership. It's not uncommon to have managers give feedback during an annual review. Some companies have identified positive leadership behaviors, a good start, but with little professional coaching support to practice and ingrain the behaviors. Leadership seminar or class with only 20% retention, rarely exhibiting sustained behavioral changes. Limited duration coaching or mentoring rarely contributes to sustained changes. How we enable breakthrough performance based on developing a high level of trust and psychological safety. Sustained coaching in the context of the leader's real-time challenges, leveraging strengths. We listen, support, nudge and challenge, encourage, celebrate, cause leaders to think and try. We create self-awareness and confidence and help them remove obstacles to what they know. Ongoing monitoring of the leader and their team, typically using proprietary assessments on trust, personality, and 360 reviews. Reassessment typically after 9 months to measure and show statistical evidence of positive change. And finally, we can help create an expanded leadership sustainability process for your team and managers throughout your organization. Imagine having breakthrough performance and a legacy of developing loyal employees that are responsible, engaged, resilient, and trusting across the different needs of millennials, Generation Xers, and baby boomers. We can help you do that. Some testimonials. First from Gary Richley, former president of Colder Products Company and current president of FastTest. For me, Andy was a positive and trusted collaborator, listener, and sounding board on strategy, execution, and communication for employee engagement. Rich provided masterful insight into human behavior and developing trusting relationships to garner staff alignment. They both added exceptional value to me and the organization. Together, they form an amazing duo to help you grow faster. Next, from Bill Kastning from AT&T. Dr. Bentz was remarkably effective, identifying specific behaviors in need of changing, designing and implementing interventions, and holding me and my direct reports accountable to realistic standards of excellence. He was unsurpassed. Rich's ability to quickly establish trust is essential to his coaching success. And finally, from a large European insurance company who used breakthrough performance to turn their company around, was recently facing a difficult future and projected Q4 losses. The top 86 executives were assessed, then went through a 7-month breakthrough performance program with coaching and monitoring. They exceeded their sales plan. The post-assessments showed statistical significant increases in all levels of trust. The following year, Q1, showed increased market share and increased profit. They are now bringing the assessment and administration in-house as a strategic investment for sustained performance. We at Breakthrough Performance help enable leaders to permeate a high-performance, high-engagement culture. We are experts in building trust and psychological safety, measuring it and instilling it in organizations to accelerate learning, engagement, profits, and speed. If you are facing any of the following challenges or inflection points in your business, we can help. Whether it's restructuring or new teams, mergers and acquisitions, whether it's preparing companies for sale or post-merger integration, industry changes, chaos, rapid growth, lack of growth, changes in strategy, executive team alignment and engagement, or an employee alignment and engagement, we can help. Rich has demonstrated excellence in implementing breakthrough performance with large organizations, including AT&T, ICI Films Americas, Lawson Software, Lucent Technologies, Nestle, Roche Pharma, and Siemens. Andy has lived breakthrough performance, building trusting and collaborative cross-functional teams, resulting in double-digit sales and profit performance. He has the unique experience of seeing the sustained effects of various types of leadership from an entrepreneurial founder to a Fortune 400 conglomerate.